Hey there, everybody. If you're a Christian parent who struggles with getting frustrated and angry at your kids and you'd like some solutions, you want to watch this video right now. I've got a 3-step simple process that you can learn right here in the next few minutes and start putting into practice so you can go from being frustrated and angry to calming yourself down so you can lead a more peaceful household. I work with lots of families through my coaching and digital courses and live seminars, and one topic keeps coming up again and again and again. That's anger. But a lot of times I'm not just talking to families about the anger that their kids are struggling with, but that often leads to parents talking about their own anger and how they struggle with it too, and how frustrated they are that they even struggle with it, and how they want to move forward in family life for themselves and for their kids. That's why I'm making this video and a whole series of videos to help all of us in family life be able to move forward more peacefully and get control of this issue of anger. The first step in the process is recognizing our own warning signals. Anger is not a bad emotion. It's simply a warning signal to our hearts that something's wrong. We feel angry when things are not going the right way. And so when we start feeling angry, we need to start saying to ourselves, something's wrong. And this is a signal to my heart. It's similar to your car dashboard lights. When they start blinking, that's not bad. It's just a signal letting you know something's wrong with the car. Anger is great at helping us identify problems, just like that warning light is, but it's lousy for actually fixing and solving the problems at all. We need to get better at recognizing our warning signals. Some of those warning signals could be clenching your jaw, grinding your teeth, starting to feel a headache come on, having an increased rapid heart rate, sweating, especially in your palms, or feeling hot in the neck or face, or even shaking or trembling. So what are your signs? What are your warning signals? If you're not so sure, take some time to figure that out. If you're brave enough, maybe ask your kids, or if you're married, your spouse. Ask them questions like, how do you know when I'm feeling angry? Then write those things down and commit to noticing them the next time you start feeling them. Once we start recognizing warning signals, we need to commit to stopping. We need to stop the next time we notice a warning signal happening in our lives. We need to stop and take a break. Anger is a forward-propelling emotion. It calls us to act, but it rarely lets us act wisely. So we need to tame it instead by stopping and taking a break. We need to develop a routine for ourselves for what we're going to do when we notice those warning signals. How are we going to take a break? Is it going to be on the couch? Are we going up to our bedroom? Or will we go for a quick walk? What are we going to do in that moment? We need that routine in mind, a simple routine that we know this will help us calm down. Because if we're trying to figure out that routine when we're starting to feel angry, it's not going to go too well for us. We need the routine established. Now, we can change routines if the routine's not working, but we want to keep working on it. I love what one mom I've worked with told me she did. She developed a routine when she was starting to get angry, and if she could be calm in the moment, she just worked with her kids. But if she felt the anger coming on, she wasn't going to do this well. She was going to start yelling and screaming and all those things we do when we do the wrong thing. She'd look at her kids and smile at them and say, I love you enough to go take a break. I'll be back to see you soon. And then she'd walk out. I love that for so many reasons. First of all, she listened to her warning signals. Second, she told her kids, I love you. And she modeled for them what love looks like in that moment. It looks like self-control. It looks like being responsible and dealing with stuff. But I love how she added this one little piece. I love you enough to go take a break. Break's not a punishment. Break is a place we go to calm down and to make plans to move forward in family life. So I'm going to go take a break. But I love how she added in, and I'll be back to see you soon. Letting them know, I'm not just going to go calm down and this is done. I'm coming back to you to deal with what happened here. She didn't even have to say what happened. She's just letting him know, I'm coming back and we're dealing with this. It sends the message that conflict resolution involves coming full circle and calmly dealing with things the way Jesus calls us to. And so she's sending a good heart message to her kids, and she's made a statement that places a little weight on her child's heart to say like, oh, I must have done something wrong. What did I do wrong? Why is mommy having to go calm down? Now, your kid is thinking, her kid in this case, is thinking through what's going on while she's taking a break. So the conversation when she comes back is much richer and more productive in moving forward. I'm going to interrupt for just a second here and tell you, if you're finding this helpful, hit that like button. I look at the number of likes any one of my videos gets, and that tells me, hey, this is really helping parents. They're responding to it. So if this is helping you, let me know. Go ahead and hit the button. As we move towards taking a break and calming down, we move into the third step of this process, which is to make a plan for moving forward. We need to, while we're taking a break, ask some real specific questions so we can figure out how to move forward. As we're calming down, we're asking ourselves, what happened that got me so angry? What was wrong in that situation? Why was it wrong? Was it disrespectful? Was it disobedient? Did it communicate a lack of something? Why was that wrong? And what would be better instead? What could happen? What could my child do instead that would be the right way to do that? Once you have those 3 or 4 questions sort of processed, you're ready to go back. For example, maybe your kid responded rudely to a request you made or an instruction you gave them, and they were like, no, I'm not doing that. And you start getting real angry, but you decide, I'm going to step away and calm down. You're going to say, what was wrong? Why was it wrong? What am I going to do next time? What should my child do next time when I say that? And teaching them, here's the right way to respond when you get an instruction, is what you're going to do when you go back and re-engage with your kid and have that calm conversation to move forward in family life. Because let's face facts, we know one thing. Yelling at that kid might get that kid to jump up and do the job, but it doesn't change that kid's heart, and we're going to be back here dealing with the same problem again and again and again. When we take the time to calm down and speak to the heart of our child, we'll see change that truly lasts. Now, I don't want you to leave this video thinking that you're always supposed to be the one walking away, calming down, and coming back and talking to your kid. If you stay calm in the moment, your kid does something wrong, and you're calm, you're going to start by using your words and see if your child will just change by you telling them, like, hey, that's not the way to do things. Try that again. That's great. And if your kid changes, we're done. You don't have to walk away and do anything. Or if they don't respond and they start getting angry and yelling at you, but you can stay calm, well, then you can tell your child you need to go take a break. And you're going to need to teach them what that means. And we have some videos here to help you with that. But your child can go take a break to calm down now because you stayed calm. You walking away and taking a break really is only when you're about to lose it, because you want to not lose it at that moment so you can maintain the focus on your child and your child's heart rather than your misbehavior by you yelling and screaming at that point. So that's when you use this. This strategy is great for when you're struggling. Can sometimes it be both of you need to go take a break? Yeah, you both might need to do that. Or maybe just your child, or maybe you. But you taking a break and calming down is important rather than losing it in the moment, because then we're not dealing with what your kid did wrong, we're dealing with what you did wrong instead. Being able to recover from emotionally challenging situations is a sign of emotional maturity. So it's really important as parents that we commit to noticing our own warning signals, committing to stopping and taking a break, and committing to making a plan for the future to help our kids so we can go from frustration and anger and yelling and screaming and guilt and everything else to a calmer, more peaceful family life. Now, if you want to go from just watching another parenting video to actually implementing some of this in your family life so you can see actual change happen at the heart level, you want to go in the link down below and grab a free parenting resource I have, one of my most popular ones, called Helping Your Child with Anger and Other Big Emotions. Now, you might be thinking, BJ, you just made a whole video on how do I deal with my anger. Why are you giving me a resource for helping my kid? Well, because I've had so many parents download this resource and come back to me and tell me, BJ, I worked with some of the tools in this resource and some of the videos that are linked to the resource, and I have to tell you, I felt like you were talking about me more than my kid at times. And this helped me as a parent too. So yeah, it's intended for your kid, but you're going to get so much value out of it too. You need to go grab it right now in the link down below. And when you're done grabbing it down below, make sure you check out the next video I'm putting up. This is a whole series helping us deal with parental anger. So grab that resource, check out this video, and I'll see you soon. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye-bye.